See, he said it took 5 years, no quitting him, consistently working to get to where he wanted to get.
He was like, I've dreamed about playing.
That's enough to bring a.
I've done everything here. I've had a great time. I love this club. I love Man United. It'll always be part of me, but it's a new.
JRU astronauts, welcome back. Today we got a special video. Today we got Cristiano Ronaldo, The Last Dance. Welcome back to Manchester United 2021 documentary. Now I'm hoping this is like a Michael Jordan Last Dance. I don't know how many of y'all actually watched the Chicago Bulls Last Dance. One of the better docu-series I've ever seen. Really good. If you got Netflix and you haven't seen it, check that out. I'm hoping this video is a little bit like that. If you're new, this video will be in the Cristiano Ronaldo reaction playlist. You can go check that out down in the playlist below. Go on my page, scroll, see the playlist, go check it out. All reaction for Cristiano Ronaldo is placed there. Go follow the TikTok. Follow the TikTok, shorter clips. A clip from this video will be on the TikTok. Go follow the TikTok. One last thing, I added one new thing to the homepage. Now I added something new. It will be updated every Friday. So every Friday it will change. You will have the top 6 trending videos for the week. So when that Friday hits, it will change all the top 6. So you can check those out if you missed. Their videos from way back when. Sometimes videos I may have posted this week. So I mean, go check it out. If you're newer, you may see some videos you haven't seen yet and they're trending right now. So go check those out. But without further ado, this is like an hour-long video, like a movie. So strap in, get some popcorn, get some chips. My go-to is the gummy worms, and I get like a Gatorade. I don't know. I kind of feel like if I'm gonna eat something like, you know, sweet and sour, you know, something that's gonna hurt my body, I should try and get a Gatorade, you know, even though it don't really hurt your body. It's a lot of sugar in Gatorade now too. But I try and get something that makes me feel good about eating something sweet. But let's get into the video. I put on a Manchester United jacket for this one, you know. Felt like it was the best. How y'all been feeling about Manchester United so far? I feel like the season's going. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already to the channel. I'm gonna put the original video.
I don't care what the people thinking, what they say. In my mind, I'm always the best.
That's a great mindset to have.
All this happened because of a reason. The reason is I'm unbelievable inside the pitch. This is why the people have so much interest on me.
You're unguardable inside the pitch.
The numbers say everything.
Oh, Ronaldo talking this smack. I ain't gonna be talking this smack. Impossible to ignore. Who just subscribed? Chill, bro.
Do you know Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
It's the man that's got it all.
He has it. He does have it all. He has everything. Like literally, on the field, off the field, he has basically it all.
How many other men on the planet would you say he's got everything? Do you know what I mean? You can go through the list of things that you know what I'm talking about.
Jets.
Footballer.
Awards.
Goals. Playing the biggest clubs. Won the biggest titles.
Except for that World Cup.
Got a beautiful family.
Beautiful house.
Everyone would want to be
Ronaldo.
in that man's shoes. If you're growing up as a kid and you say, well, he'd be one of your top
kids. That's one of the people you look up to. Ronaldo. Strive to be like him.
Tricks and full of magic.
Look at that dancing, bro.
Ability to repeat the stuff that others aren't willing to do. That's what his real talent is.
His strive for greatness.
The fans, they get crazy, they get mad, they don't know how to react.
Bro's out there. Y'all need to sign him to a contract.
They try to jump, they try to touch him, to have 1 second opportunity to
just to beat him.
Or to sign something.
Love him or loathe him. Manchester United, Ronaldo.
The fans out there getting felonies. just trying to meet Ronaldo.
Think of him. He doesn't care how you feel about his success. He will preen and he won't apologise. He'll strut around saying, "I've won. You know, this is me." And people are always like this.
Confidence is key.
Someone's you don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good.
I don't like him as a person, but as a player, he's welcome.
He's a winner.
You can't deny him.
For me, getting to the top was predominantly about work ethic, mentality, wanting to be the best, hate and lose, and always want to win, which is the things that I see in him.
Even since a kid, ever since.
Play better than them, so we deserve to win the league.
He will look you straight in the eye and he will tell you he's the best. But at the same time, he will be so keen to emphasize just how much hard work went into
him being the best. Yeah. It's not that he just strutting that he the best.
He's made different, differently.
He's showing you the work he does to be the best. He's showing you, yeah, you work out, but I work out more. You score, but I score better. You dribble, but I dribble better. You run fast, but I do more when I got the ball in my foot. He's showing you with the work I put in. I'm showing you why I'm better than you. Yeah, you're good, but I'm just better.
Anybody else can.
He does stuff, yeah, like we just said. Nobody else can. There's very few things
After much speculation on a possible transfer,
like people can even do to compete with Ronaldo.
Reported £100 million.
£100 million.
Yeah, I have to say, yes, I was surprised. When the news first started to rumble, you think, oh, that's probably just a rumour.
the headlines in Italy on the day of his arrival were just crazy enough.
Arrival.
He arrives was the headline of the most famous sports newspaper. This man, this figure.
Ronaldo's played in some of the best countries in the world. He played in England. Isn't Real Madrid in Spain? And then you play in Italy? It can't get much better than... But now I kind of understand what y'all are saying, y'all Ronaldo fans. Y'all talk about he's went to multiple places and won. Like him going to play in England in the hardest league since a youngin' is wild. Him then going to play in Spain in another hard league is wild. And then him going to play in Italy, another good country at the sport of football, is crazy.
Has arrived.
Cristiano Ronaldo è sembrava la pazzia della vita, sembrava una cosa.
Somebody got to translate.
Oh my god, you guys, like, this is gonna be insane. It was Ronaldo.
Think how much hope he gave all those fans that quick. Bro trying to get the IG flick.
What Juventus get when they're saying Cristiano Ronaldo is the reigning Ballon d'Or holder.
Oh, he was just coming off the Ballon d'Or?
He's 33.
You go, 100 million?
Really?
But he's still incredibly fit. Looks after himself properly.
Still the GOAT.
Juve effectively get the world's biggest star.
That's crazy. He is the most followed man in the world. He is. Yeah, that's undeniable too. He is the world's biggest star. There's not a star that can compete with him.
There is this special.
What is Madeira? It looks beautiful
All my
though.
family is there. My friends and uncles, everyone is there. And this is why it's a special island for me.
That looks beautiful, bro.
Madeira é a pérola do Atlântico.
That's an island in the Atlantic?
Pela sua beleza
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
natural.
beautiful. Is that where Ronaldo lives? Or is that where he's from?
Era o mais novo de 4 filhos. O seu pai era José Diniz Aveiro e a sua mãe Maria de Lourdes Aveiro.
So where does his Ronaldo name come from?
Cristiano Ronaldo documentary. Mr. Fenal, take 1.
Fernando, okay, Ronaldo's godfather.
A situação económica que o Cristiano Ronaldo nasceu naquela época era uma época bastante difícil.
So he was growing up poor.
Sempre o tratou muito bem. O Ronaldo gostava muito do pai, mas houve muitos momentos de ausência, digamos assim.
So his dad would. He was there, but he would have moments of absence where he wasn't there.
Tantos outros madeirenses e portugueses foi
Oh.
recrutado, foi para a guerra do ultramar, foi enviado para a África.
Like his dad was sent
Foi a partir
to war.
daí que, de facto, ele começou, quando regressou já não era o mesmo Diniz.
His father came back not the same. So the war changed his father.
Penso que a partir daí, aquilo que encontrou na guerra do ultramar acabou por causar pouco de depressão, digamos assim, que acabou
So he became a.
por dar refúgio.
See, that's one thing about alcoholism, bro. Changes people. Became an alcoholic. Went into depression. Depression, bro. War just leads to like PTSD, depression. Anybody dealing with that, man, my prayers go out to you. I hope you find your out, a helpful out, a healthy out. Not alcoholism is your out. I understand, but don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. That's all I got to say about that. Prayers to anybody dealing with that. But depression, something serious, bro. I understand. So his dad was depressed, on alcohol heavy.
Porque encontrou no futebol espaço de diversão e de boa disposição que o alegrava durante todo o dia.
See, and everything that's going around Ronaldo, he's a kid. He's not paying attention to. And football was keeping his nerves off of that. He doesn't even know what's really going on. Because football's just keeping him happy all the time.
Foi fácil perceber que havia ali miúdo.
Look at young Ronaldo.
Dos restantes, e nessa altura ele fazia tudo e mais alguma coisa dentro de campo. Era a forma como marcava gols.
Score goals.
Ia marcando gols, todos os fins de semana marcava muitos gols. Perdia conta.
See, he lost count. Ronaldo was just scoring. See, that's keeping his head off of things. Ronaldo found his out.
Aos 12, 13 anos para Lisboa.
That looked like a...
O primeiro ano do Cristiano em Alvalade não correu muito bem, que ele era jovem, tinha 12 anos, sozinho.
He's
Era a
still with a thick
pronúncia,
accent.
era as saudades da família que nunca se tinha juntado por tanto tempo.
See, look, he doesn't even... He look like the only person that's not paying attention to the picture. You can tell he's not really... He's into the football playing of it, but he's alone and probably depressed and stuff.
De desempenho, aí os madeirenses começaram a conhecer mais o Cristiano Ronaldo, até explodir verdadeiramente quando começa a jogar na equipa principal pouco tempo, mas começa a jogar. E aí
He just spoke, that's when they realized who Cristiano was, they started to notice, oh, he's different than these other players. In August 2003, Manchester United visited Sporting Lisbon for a preseason friendly, and they seen
Just missed out on signing Ronaldinho.
They seen Cristiano.
And everyone was away thinking we're going to get Ronaldinho, and then he went and signed for Barcelona. And everyone was like a bit deflated. Don't get Ronaldinho. Then we play Sporting.
Ronaldinho was going to go to Manchester United?
Getting whispers they got a kid called Ronaldo meant to be half decent, a young kid meant to be really good. Don't think anything of it, and the game starts, and then you look at each other and you're like, okay.
That's good for both clubs. Imagine if Manchester would have signed Ronaldinho.
It was a bit of a sandpit, the pitch, to be fair, but he was dancing on it like it was a normal pitch.
That's on a rough field.
I remember half time when I was going to the toilet, I think with Nicky Butt and Scholesy, I think it might have been, and we were all standing there saying, oh my God, we've got to sign him.
They just knew right there they had to have him. Imagine if Ronaldinho would have went. Maybe Manchester United didn't get Cristiano. Or maybe Ronaldinho, they do end up getting Cristiano, and then Ronaldinho mentors Ronaldo.
We were all sat on the coach.
A lot of things would change.
Everyone sitting there going, I've been here an hour, waiting an hour, like, what's going on? We've got to get to the airport, blah, blah, and then it starts to, the noise starts coming, travelling back through the coach that Mr. Gill, who was the CEO at the time, and the manager are in there.
Sir Alex Ferguson?
Cristiano in a vice-like lock, waiting, so he can't leave the stadium until he signs and agrees to come to United. So I think that was where the deal was agreed, and then the rest is history.
É verdade que o Sir Alex Ferguson e que o Rio
And in the match, Sir Alex Ferguson came to speak with you.
Falaram comigo, estavam que iam começar.
As a kid, bro, that's got to be lit.
Para o clube.
He's trying to hold back his smile. He just wanna. Cause now you know he getting his chance to play on the biggest stage.
Even before he played a game.
He arrived, the Gorky
not very worldly wise. Bambi, his skin still bore the evidence that he was pretty young.
He's still the kid that just loves football. He don't really care about the limelight. He just wants to play football still.
Particularly that Manchester United dressing room is a school of hard knocks.
Oh, he went to work then. He had to go. Oh, Manchester trains like hard. Don't tell me Manchester does like some military type training when it comes to football.
In the gym. So I was always available for anybody whenever they wanted to talk. Because the talking and the listening is really what gets you
Power
used to
development coach.
what they're saying and why, and how to actually work with them.
So he's a strength development coach. That's like
Power
weightlifting.
development is basically looking at all the different things that the brain has to focus on.
So we train a mental aspect right now.
It's listening to the player and finding out what they need in their minds. That's the key, the important key. It's that mind of the person.
Okay, I'm following.
It's not the body at all, it's the brain. It's the athlete who trains the body. We've got to train the brain.
So if you train the brain, yeah, it'll train itself at that point.
And it's not just on the physical side, it's on the mental side, it's on the emotional side, it's on the spiritual side.
Okay. So they're big on training the mind.
In the chair, in the gym, and this young man turns up early in the morning. He said, I've heard about you and I know that you do a lot of work individually with a lot of the players. And he said, I want to be the best player in the world.
Oh, here we go. The Dragon Ball Goku training arc, Rock Lee training arc. Oh, we got the Ronaldo training arc. Young Ronaldo.
18-year-old essentially sort of billed as David Beckham's long-term replacement, and by the end of the game had just completely eradicated that hanging spectre. He was sensational.
He was playing behind David Beckham at the time.
Cristiano Ronaldo, who absolutely
Oh, dancing on
in
him.
a friendly recently for Sporting Lisbon,
Ooh.
has caused pandemonium since he came on.
This is his first game.
Rowing back after that, as there always is with young players, and he did take a while to adapt.
Oh, okay. He had his struggles early.
First season, he used to go down too early. What it did, particularly away from home, it turned the crowd against him and the team.
And now Ronaldo trying to get through. Ronaldo will be cautioned here for taking a dive.
So you telling me he was taking the dives too early, trying to get the penalties too early and stuff, flopping too much.
It was about skills, about entertaining, about being like the guy in the crowd to entertain the crowd.
Yeah.
Rather than end products.
See, he was trying to entertain the crowd. He wasn't playing to be the best at that point.
The tricks, the party pieces are all very well, but what you've got to define is whether you want to play with them or against them, as I said at half time, and still the jury would be out.
See, that first year he struggled, took a lot of dives, doing the small things wrong.
Years was kind of looked upon as unbelievably talented, but a little bit of a show pony at times. And he used to do obviously massive amount of step overs.
The dancing.
Ronaldo.
The dancing. Pass it, yeah, you dancing a lot. He is dancing a lot, Ronaldo.
Cross the ball. There's only so many step overs you can do. Someone like Ruud van Nistelrooy, the top goal scorer at the club's waiting for the ball to be crossed in the box. If you want to affect the game and be deemed a superstar, you've got to cross the ball.
He got kicked every single day. Because of his skill, because of the fact that he liked to commit 1v1, because of the style in which he played, the defenders would kick him every single day. And every time he got kicked, he never moaned.
Oh, he was just taking a punishment. He was just eating that punishment.
The best and the biggest learning curves I think he got from his teammates.
Just say, I enjoy game. I dribble very well.
They're picking on Ronaldo.
Right, guys, when you're ready.
Cristiano, are you feeling more and more confident with each game?
I understand.
Look at young Ronaldo.
Gareth, he's looking confident anyway, Gareth.
Yeah, he is confident. He's
Yeah, you won the match, well done.
I was finna say, was he holding a bottle or something the whole time? Was he drunk?
His first season, he was good. The second season, he was beginning to score goals, win matches, playing all the biggest games, win trophies. And
that's when he started his breakout year.
Country, it was this moment when the whole world was watching, I always thought that that's the arena, that's the moment that he craved for and dreamt of all his life.
Euro 04.
You have to remember that even before that tournament, everyone was talking about Wayne Rooney. Ronaldo was another very promising footballer. It was during that tournament he really emerged as this phenomenon. And by the time you got to the final, you realised that there was something astonishing in this Portugal
That was
team.
different from everybody
And
else.
a really grand talent.
Like, he was different. You told about in that tournament, he was one of those different guys.
Everyone calls me Lucy, but my name's Lucia Roberta Tough Bronze.
Okay,
My
that's a
mum's
tough
obviously
name.
English, and my dad's fully Portuguese, born and raised there.
Okay, so you got some similarities.
The full Portugal kit, the green shorts, the socks, everything. I'd be out on the streets playing in this kit. Everyone thought.
So you was at Manchester United at the same time as Ronaldo, and you from Portugal. So I see the ties. You got good ties.
Our Euro, the team was doing great. We were playing beautiful.
This is the voice of Nani.
Probably the easiest team to get on the final, and they surprised us.
Portugal versus Greece, the European Championship final. So Ronaldo was. They said he was showing that Ronaldo was showing he was a man. Greece scored.
It was almost meant to be for Portugal and for Ronaldo and for
Greece
the
spoiled
country,
it.
and then it was that underdog story, which I think anybody who didn't have an association with Portugal probably
Loved it. It's like that sometimes. Everybody loves the underdog story unless it's your team. That's the favorite. Everybody loves the underdog story unless your team's a favorite. You hate it. Been there before. It's the worst feeling ever. Because you don't feel. You're like, at the end of the day, you're like, somehow we lost this game and we wasn't supposed to lose it.
Reaching the final and emerging as a world star in that tournament would have been a huge achievement. But Ronaldo being a psychopathically driven winner, it obviously came as a huge personal blow not to go on and just win the thing.
The biggest and best players in any industry, when you don't win or you don't get something
Take it
over the
hurtful.
line, then it's time to reflect and analyse and then go back to the drawing board. And I think that's what
See what you did wrong.
100% done. He came back with a different focus, and he weren't going to be derailed by one failure. It's crazy because we used to play table tennis quite a lot, and if I won, I knew he wouldn't want to stop. He'd want to go again. But you get some people that when they lose, they
quit.
They think, oh, that's enough for me. Don't really come back. So you see a lot of traits in someone, in little instances.
Listen to what he just said. A lot of people quit when they lose. But when you want to be one of the greats, listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. Cristiano, oh, I lost? Okay, cool. Let's play again. I lost again? Let's play again. I lost again? Let's play again. Because slowly, I'm starting to pick up on some things you're doing. Slowly, I'm starting to learn what I'm doing wrong. Slowly, I'm putting the pieces together. Putting them together like a puzzle piece. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to do it in my instance. Oh, this video did 1,000 views, but this one did 40 views. Okay, I'm going to keep dropping that same type of video, but I'm going to try and take the aspects from one of my videos that did 1,000 views and try and do something with the video that did 40 and do that the same way, kind of the 1,000, so I can get that 40 to 200. I'm not going to just stop making that type of videos. I'm going to keep going. So whatever you do, don't quit just because you lost. Just don't quit because the results ain't showed up yet. In 5 years, the results you may be looking for will be there. It may be there. So don't quit. Don't just give up. Be like, oh man, it didn't work out for me this time. I don't think I can do it. No, you can do it. It's a mind thing. You got to put your mind to it to do it. You know, look at me rapping, bro. Take what he said. That's wise words. Ronaldo never quit. If he would have quit, if he would have stopped working on this game, he wouldn't be the best now. He's a boy who had the greatest relationship with coaches and his teammates. The only thing he didn't have was a good relationship with was defeat. He couldn't stand losing. And when you fall in, when you start to hate losing, it's hard to say. You hate losing, so you want to play more, so you want to get better.
Para além do desejo de melhorar, isso sempre mostrava acima de tudo o desejo de ganhar.
To win, to always be the best. Competitive, bro. That's a great goal. That's a godlike goal, Ronaldo. Godlike goal, Ronaldo. Look how young he is.
Cristiano came in and quickly embedded himself in the DNA of the club. He had experienced players around him who knew how to win.
That header was always beautiful.
Took all that on board.
That header was always beautiful by Ronaldo. Always will be. Always freaking will
By the
be.
time the 2006 World Cup came around, Ronaldo was an established world star. We knew how good he was.
Immense pressure.
He hadn't quite moved yet to that higher plane, and that would come in the tournament and just after it.
So this is when he comes from good player to world star, one of the world's best.
Rooney and Ronaldo were teammates.
England had some injuries, but Rooney would be playing up front on his own, and he was still the golden child. He was still considered the most talented, the most promising young player in Europe. He was probably ahead of Ronaldo at that point.
Ooh.
And you had a feeling even on the day of the match that something was going to happen here.
Oh, he was playing with him. Thought he was serious.
Between these two personalities.
So we got England versus Portugal. Two of the young best players facing each other. Look what they're doing to Rooney. What happened? Oh, Rooney pushed Ronaldo.
Portuguese players are pushing Rooney, and he's in trouble. And Ronaldo straight away was chirping at the referee to do something. I think it's Ricardo Carvalho who's down. It is.
What were they arguing about? They gave Rooney a red? For what, though? Oh, he cussed Ronaldo out. Oh, he stood on him. We seen this in another video, but I never understood the context.
Chance that Wayne Rooney could go back to the Man United training ground and stick one on Ronaldo because he hasn't helped them get. I know. No, I still have the same feeling. I mean, I was pretty angry at the time, so I can imagine how Wayne Rooney felt.
It's impossible to know who he was winking at or what he was actually saying. But of course it was taken.
Ronaldo's an assassin with it. Got his buddy sent off and went to go win that thing. Real goal-like things.
He was a villain. He was a cheat. He ruined England's chances.
I was upset with the sending off because
That is different though, because Manchester United is in England. So England fans, some of his own fans are gonna hate him for that, because he got his own pal sent off. Oh, I can see how it starts to brew.
Vine's incidents, and that's the truth. But I saw many players trying to get him sent off.
For weeks to come, everyone was against Ronaldo, and he kind of burnt a lot of bridges in England, I suppose.
That's not right. Close to the lips. I don't like that either. I think everyone hates him now, don't they? Absolutely a bit of a win.
Why y'all turn y'all back on my mans though? It's all love and fair and gamemanship. In competition, it's all love. At the end of the day, it's a game. Y'all out there. Y'all boo Ronaldo?
Is winking at your teammates or your manager or whoever it was he was winking at actually a big deal? No, not really. But because the taste of defeat is so sour and so bitter that the English fans lashed out.
Bro, y'all just booing my man for touching the ball, bro. Just for that? I hope those are all away games. I hope they wasn't booing them in like Manchester United. I hope they wasn't booing them in his home stadium. I hope those are all away games, bro.
Maybe people misunderstood his attitude to the game, and he loves playing. He's a tough player.
He's gonna win at all costs. Doesn't matter what he has.
Alex and his helpers, they decided that the only way that they could keep Ronaldo was to, I think, tell him his salvation was here.
Sir Alex Ferguson.
No doubt Alex Ferguson took the paternal role with Ronaldo to a really extreme degree in some ways.
So Sir is the one that got him out of like.
He always looks after his players. He understands, that's partly his role, but more importantly, that's the best way to get the most out of these young men who are in his charge.
So he took.
Ronaldo came as a young, skinny kid at 17, and yeah, I know these things about him that we used to
criticising about his diving and all the rest of it. But you know, once the players get about him in the training ground and that, he was fantastic. And then the most important thing for a great player is decision making. He was tough. Ronaldo could play for Millwall,
That's a great goal.
Queen's Park Rangers, Doncaster Rovers and score a hat-trick in a game. I'm not sure Messi could do it.
Alright, we ain't got this message. I don't know, we ain't got this message.
Instant impact.
Sir Alex Ferguson said to some, we're building a team now around the likes of myself, and Wayne Rooney as well. And Cristiano was the heartbeat.
Cristiano.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, sir. Even though England wasn't really rocking with him, kind of took that parental role and said, yo, we're going to build this team around this man right here. This young kid, this young GOAT, we're going to build this team around him. I'm going to put my faith in you. I'm going to take the parental role. I'm going to show you. And they started winning.
That was the beginning of a new era.
So Alex Ferguson started building that team. And built a new era in Manchester United.
His style was about attacking, going at people, and
that killer instinct.
It's all about speed and reaction.
Oh, give me that. Good goal.
And that's got to be the thing, because it's the most important thing in football. Scoring goal is the most important thing. No matter what anybody says about anything, you need to win. There's only one way to win: score a goal. So that's always in his mind: score goal, score goal, score goal.
He always thinking attack, bruh. Always in that attack mode. That's a crazy free kick.
I like most young kids. I've probably tried to hit a couple of free kicks.
Just like Ronaldo. I ain't never tried. I think I'm going to try one. I think I'm going to try one. I think I'm going to record it for y'all too.
At the back, just away from the training ground. And he used to go behind the hill and do his training on his own. And I asked him about that one time, you know, and he said, well, you know, there's nobody there, so I don't have to worry if I do a skill wrong or anything. I can practice it, nobody's watching me, so you're not worried.
He don't like the eyes on him.
Practice everything, you know, for a few days or whatever, and then he go and take it into training match.
Every Friday, especially before the game on the Saturday, he'd be probably the one, 8 times out of 10, be the one to score the winner in training. Finish the game on a Ronaldo goal. Next goal wins it.
And he was always the one that scored. In training, they say he was always the one to end the game. Champions League final. Manchester United versus Chelsea. 2008.
We felt we had the best players. We felt we had the best team for a couple of years.
The biggest stage.
But you need to do it in the Champions League to be
other than the World Cup.
Top, a great team. It was only Giggsy and Scholes who played in that game that had been part of the 99 team. And so all of us others, it was almost like a shadow over us a little bit. And for Cristiano, he wins that, you've probably got a good chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. And that's what he wanted.
He could have won a Ballon d'Or off of this. Why is the music so lit right now? Go! Okay.
I don't think we've seen too many transformations like with Ronaldo. He was a teenage sensation, yes he was.
He won?
Did any of us really foresee at that point that the levels of greatness that he would achieve? Probably not.
That's the went on to win the final on
His time in
penalties.
Manchester United was his apprenticeship in many ways.
That's probably when Ronaldo finally. Yeah, I was gonna say. That's probably when Ronaldo hit GOAT status. Like, you're starting to enter that GOAT status realm. That's when he leveled up right there. That it makes my heart feel good too, because you can see it in his face.
That skinny kid, you know, it's that big muscly guy in 6 months. But it took 5.5 years that we worked together for him
to build
what he
the way he was.
Produce. It takes time.
See what he said? It took 5 years, no quitting him, consistently working to get to where he wanted to get.
He was like, I've dreamed about playing.
That's enough to bring a.
I've done everything here. I've had a great time. I love this club. I love Man United.
Ooh.
It'll always be part of me, but it's a new chapter now.
Hey, bruh. That was enough to bring tears in my eyes, bruh. Madrid, 09. So this is the year after. Okay, future club. Where's future club is at? Real. Ooh, girl in the white was fun.
For Real Madrid, he'd have seen something completely different. It was pretty clear immediately that irrespective of Real Madrid being the most historic club in the world, the most successful club in the world, this was going to be the biggest media event in their entire history.
What happened? What is he in Madrid for?
The rolling news all over the world.
Take a look at this. 80,000 capacity in the Bernabeu Stadium. And to be honest, they're almost at that capacity here.
Did he see Ronaldo? Hold on. I feel like we missed a few steps. What happened? He won a championship? He won a Champions League and left? Hello? I'm at the house.
Can you meet your get your sister?
At what time?
I don't know. Let me see. I'll let you know.
You said you gonna call me back and let me know?
Yeah, I mean you ain't got nothing to do you?
No. What is it around? It's around 6 now. It'll be good. 5 or 6. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, what happened? We went from Champions League final to him going to Real Madrid. I think we missed a few steps. He transferred out after that. So Spain brought out max capacity. 80,000 people. See this one man, his debut. Cristiano.
In the stadium looking up and around, what struck you was the number of different nationalities.
Yeah, I see a bunch of Portuguese jerseys.
Africa, there were people from all over Asia. It was a snapshot of precisely what Real Madrid wanted to achieve then and going forward in marketing terms.
He brought people from around the globe.
Messi, more than Kaká, more than anyone.
Yes. Oh gosh, just to see my man.
It's a massive move when you go to one of the giants in Spain.
Just to see him walk on the jersey.
The expectancy levels are enormous, particularly of the big stars. People go to football matches, are you middle classes? The people that go to the opera, they're all members. You know, they don't go there for sing-song and atmosphere and a few beers. They go there to watch football, and you have to entertain
80,000 people just up there for this man to dribble. Nervous?
Great players love it. One of the ways in which special can become great is timing.
She just gave him a gift.
This arriving
Era of social media helped too.
games that bore players' images and names.
Look at old Rocket League. Oh my god.
The civilized world. When that spark became a fire because Ronaldo was good looking and Hollywood style and brilliant at his sport, but also cosmopolitan and aspirational. When those two forces meet head on, they explode.
And now you're creating a monster on and off the field. They go on and off the
There has
field.
been a massive cultural change. It used to be that your family was associated with a club, they supported a club.
Locally.
And you supported the same team. Now what happens is
Internet.
the growth of social media engagement.
You can support a team across.
Digital landscape booming.
You know what I'm saying?
People's loyalties are now with the players.
That is. I've noticed that. Nowadays, you become more of a player. You become more of a player lover than like a team lover. Like, because usually without social media, okay, 9 out of 10, you're going to see Ronaldo before you see Real Madrid. You're going to see Ronaldo before you see Manchester United. You're going to see Ronaldo before you see Juventus, Portugal. That's why he's the most followed man on earth. You'll see Ronaldo, or you'll want to see Ronaldo more than you want to see them. You can, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to follow the player. It's more of a player thing now. It's just because the internet's so broad. I don't have to watch a full game to see, you know, it's more about a team sport back. It still is, but it's more superstar based. I've been saying this for a while, especially with basketball. Basketball is a lot of team. Like, it's mainly superstars.
When the social media landscape was quickly changing, the media landscape in particular.
It helped a lot.
The likes of Facebook popping up, followed by Twitter. Someone who may live in, say, the Philippines wouldn't necessarily be able to go watch him in a match, but they can reenact and become him through
On the game. Yep. now I can feel like I am Ronaldo.
Fans now have this access that's almost unfiltered and can be 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. Look on Twitter. Ronaldo's name is tweeted every hour. Every hour. There's not an hour he doesn't go by that Ronaldo's name is not tweeted.
Favorite players.
They're always talking about this man around the world. Social media.
We will have a penalty shootout for a place in
Euro 2012, Poland and Ukraine. Ukraine, I think that's what it says.
Portugal versus Spain, semi-finals of the European Championship. Penalty shootout, massive rivals. Doesn't get much bigger than that.
Biggest stage? Okay, that's all you had to tell me.
Bruno Alves for Portugal. Oh, and he's in the bar!
What? It looked good.
The heartbeat of everything that he does is about the team, and he knows that something that comes hand in hand with that, if he does produce the goods, is the personal honours, and he's not ashamed in saying that. He's not ashamed in wanting to win the Ballon d'Or and tell people and let them understand that, yeah, I want to win it, and if I don't, I'm not happy. What's not to like
Whoa.
about that?
Subscribe if you're enjoying the video. Let me know. Y'all probably didn't finish our popcorn by now.
Now at 2012, he was at the club that he yearned to play for. He was already their dominant footballer, yet he was suffering.
Suffering from what?
Barcelona were winning all the popularity contests.
Oh yeah, my boy
Lionel
Messi.
Messi was winning all the Ballon d'Ors.
Messi.
And then when the UEFA Player of the Year award went to Andres Iniesta, he looked
Andres.
as if he was chewing a wasp. He patently didn't agree, and he didn't give up. Who knew about it?
But what's the difference with last
Oh, this is what he said after losing the award?
This year we win. This is the difference. And because we've been better than them, we play better than them, so we deserve to win the league. This is the only difference.
He said that in front of two of Barcelona greats.
Messi's more about creation and doing beautiful things and joy of the game.
Woo!
Ronaldo's an out-and-out goal scorer.
Go! The two goats, man. The two goats, man.
This was a Western. There'd be a guy with a white hat. That'd be Messi, of course. And there'd be somebody who rustles cattle and is going to get shot down in the final scene. Black hat, that would be Cristiano.
He feeds off negativity. You can give him all the positives in it, but you'll find that one negative comment that will be the one that's probably put on the door of the hotel room that he's staying in. And then that's
So he's not paying attention to the good stuff. He's paying attention to the negative. He thrives off the negative.
For me, when I first started work with him, was
So I'm saying, don't poke a sleeping bear.
a lot of the stuff that other players at high level were just not willing to do. He would make incredible sacrifices that a lot of others just didn't have to.
Oh my God. Oh my
I saw
God.
the work that boy put in from the minute he woke up.
Hyperbolic chamber.
Go out into the training ground early, do his tricks. Everything was geared for him to becoming the best player
In the world.
Part of the pack.
Oh my God. Xbox, the best gaming system in the world.
To score 69 goals, in a calendar year.
Let me stop
2013
PCs.
Is just phenomenal.
No, 69 goals is wild.
When I was playing, and certainly when I started, if you got 1 and 2, then you were a brilliant player, and that's what all forwards tried to do. But his numbers are crazy.
Left foot, right foot, outside.
Oh
the
my
box,
God.
inside the box, with his head. Goals where you just think,
How did he do it?
How has he even got that strike away?
How do you get the ball off? How did the ball curve like that? I'm telling you.
Just a phenomenal goal scoring machine.
Messi was best before, but now it's Ronaldo time.
You will switch up.
The cumulus of the off-the-pitch marketing.
I wonder who he thinks the best is now.
Exploits gave him that 2013 Ballon d'Or.
Okay, this is the second one, right? He cried up there.
Há palavras para descrever este momento.
All that hard work put in, it pays off, man. Pele up there to present the award. Somebody who was probably still regarded as the GOAT of football at that time, presenting one of the GOATs of football with the award.
Madrid
Different.
winning La Decima is one of the great stories of football.
Looking out the tunnel and I can see.
He had to cut some. I think he cut some pieces up.
Sitting on the podium, and when I got that view, it took my breath away, and I actually physically went, took a deep breath like that, and Cristiano had obviously heard that, and he just turned and looked over his shoulder and went, "Paul, don't worry." 93 minutes just show how close it was to going the other way.
Ronaldo shrugs off his shirt and Atletico Madrid have lost here in Lisbon.
He clutched it up. I don't really get the gist of the story because he got cut out.
He's getting passed around, champagne's popping, and people are drinking beers. Like
That's somebody's wallpaper.
Just incredible. And then I saw a small group of players, Marcelo, Pepe, and Cristiano. I had to ask, Cristiano, what are you talking about? And he said, we're talking about next year.
How we gonna win it?
Go and win it again.
Yeah, how we gonna win it again?
I just thought, wow.
Wow, we just won one, and we already talking about how we gonna win it again. It's his home. That's where he lives at now, right? The city we seen earlier. It's either where he's from or where he lives. Oh, we seen the beginning of it again?
O pai era uma pessoa extremamente presente, sobretudo nos jogos. Era um pai que não pressionava o seu filho.
His father was always present. He said he was alcoholic, but he was present. So in Madeira, I hope I'm saying it right, Madeira, they have... They love family. Family's big to them. They strive off family.
Ronaldo's father died in 2005 when Ronaldo was still just 20. He had suffered from alcoholism for quite a while and he suffered from liver failure.
Oh. So he never really got to see Ronaldo on...
A mãe do Ronaldo foi, de facto, o grande sustento, não só financeiro, mas também do ponto de vista familiar.
So he's got to be really close with his mom. That's bigger on why Sir Alex Ferguson is such a parental role. He lost his father before he even really got a chance to be that man.
Determinado a garantir Cristiano Ronaldo e o resto da família não passariam dificuldades. Quando Diniz estava desempregado, Dolores deixou os seus filhos para trás.
Temporarily left her children behind.
Para Paris.
Every Madeiran family was always someone who immigrated, especially the poor ones.
Dolores Cristiano Ronaldo's mum is a phenomenon. She didn't just show him love and protect him and give him the freedom
She took care of him.
to Lisbon age 12. She demonstrated him that survival, that thriving, that being the best version of yourself is relentless. Morning, noon and night.
She made Ronaldo who Ronaldo is. Always be yourself. Oh, he had his first kid? Oh, he had his first kid on July 4th? So none of y'all Americans, that ain't big, y'all, but to us, that's kind of wow.
I'm so proud for that.
His name is Cristiano Jr. Family.
Ele procurou ser pai aos 25 anos e isso também traduz o espírito.
He's a family man. 3 more, so he got 4 children.
When the people ask me the question if Cristiano changed,
Look how hype he is, competitive.
Because it's another member in the family. If something is coming from your blood, I'm so happy. In a way, I'm happy because he see his daddy still play football, still win things, still fit, still good, still.
Yo, Paris looks beautiful.
And this is for me, it's always my dream.
I gotta go to the Eiffel Tower one day. That's beautiful. Euro 2016 France.
Ronaldo at Euro 2016 was a fascinating figure. I mean, he knew that team was good, but he knew he also had to carry that team in many ways.
So the team was good, but he had to be, if they were going to do anything, he had to carry him. He's telling him to come take a picture. Look at mentorship.
It was a moment where you kind of felt Ronaldo's not just conducting his teammates here, he's conducting everybody watching this.
He controlling the whole aspect of the game. Oh, you telling him to come take a free kick? I just peeped up.
Ronaldo was needed where he had to step forward.
Or the penalties. He was telling them the penalties. I just got it. Clutched it.
I suppose the question in the group stage was, is this functional leadership? Is this going to work out? Is Ronaldo playing out some kind of personal psychodrama here, which is going to have a negative effect on his team? And he just about trod the right side of that line all the way through.
Carrying them boys. Woo! The perfect. I love that celebration. I don't know why. I just love that from him. I don't know why. That paint is lit. Yeah, Golden Yusbero, then Luis Fuego. Cristiano was trying to get them a Euro. Trying to carry them to one. So he ain't even had a need for this. They just speak to his greatness more. He already has everything, basically. And he's still trying that hard to get a trophy for his country. That's got to be lit to be a Ronaldo that's go to your country and they got murals of you painted. Portugal versus France, final. Europa final, ain't it?
Everyone thinking we already lost the game.
They the underdogs. Imagine a Cristiano team being the underdog. Ooh, Paul. In the future, the teammates of Manchester United. Two of the Manchester United boys.
One of the key themes about Cristiano Ronaldo is that he's always thought that he can't be beaten.
That's a great mindset to have. Oh. That looks hurt. Oh. Oh, that looks bad.
The biggest criticism of him is for these sort of moments when the drama takes over.
I feel like it actually hurt him.
Then he was off the pitch.
Ronaldo's gone down. He's coming off.
They think he's acting. I don't think he acting.
This was his stage. This is not how it was supposed to end in France this summer for Cristiano Ronaldo.
They had to carry him out.
With him, it's always, it's about him.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that. It's not about him. I just feel like he's so big of a star, the camera's always going to be on him. He can't even support his team without somebody, the camera being in his face. Oh, Ronaldo's doing too much. Oh, his legs hurt, but he's out there pointing. No. The camera's just always on him. He's gonna do that naturally, no matter what. If he was a bench player, he's gonna do that. That's this type of person he is. Y'all just love him so much the camera's always on him. He's not a drama queen. He can't help that he hurt his leg. He can't help that he hurt his leg. Guess what? Y'all gonna think he dramaing out because he's going crazy. The camera's just always on him. That's y'all choice, not his.
Coordinate the plan, was giving some information.
He just trying to help his team.
I think almost everyone felt his presence on the touchline.
Even during the game, there must have been 500 cuts to Ronaldo on the bench. It was almost like he was the star player, even though he wasn't performing.
He wants to
look
be
at him, hype.
the best, and he knows if he wins the Euros with his national team, as Messi won anything with Argentina, so it puts him
a little bit ahead. Got one now though, Copa America, baby. That's a good shot. Look at him, hype. Look at they lit.
It was France's final. It was their tournament, but there was another force acting on that team that went beyond being the host nation.
How excited Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bumping around and stuff. Don't even look injured out there. Don't even look injured how hype he is out there. He's crying. Portugal won it without Ronaldo.
Over the years, might have thought he was pretty selfish in terms of him, the goals that he scored, the desire that he had. But I think when you look at him in that final, the way he was trying to drive his team,
that's the ultimate mentorship
from the touchline. I think that told you everything, how much he wanted to win.
That leadership, how crazy he went, how into the game he was, even when he was hurt. They doubted him. They doubted the team. He got him one. He said the happiest moment in his life, winning that trophy for his country. Man, he put it on his son's life. First team in Portugal history to win that national trophy. He brung that to. That's different. To bring that home for your country is first time ever. Your country winning something and you're at the forefront of that. I believe him. I believe him. You're in the history books for a country, a whole country.
Players can evolve and change their game to suit them where they are at a certain point in their career.
Juventus.
He's obviously not going to be as quick as explosive as he was when he was 21, 22.
Nah, I don't expect that.
So he's playing the game to be as effective as he can in the right areas.
Woo! That boy is floating.
Juventus had, on a sporting level, achieved magnificent success. They had built a team that had reached 2 Champions League finals.
Juventus.
There was a lot of criticism aimed at Juventus for not having managed to capture the American market, the Asian market in much the way that, say, Milan did. What they needed was a global moneymaker, a way of being recognized around the
So
world.
Cristiano, was they out? They built a team at this point already been to 2 Champions League finals. Okay, that's respectable. Think we've seen that in the Champions League, all the Champions League games and winners.
This would be a great commercial signing. It'd be great for the club's name, for the club's brand. Unfortunately, this was almost immediately challenged.
Why you say that? What we in Vegas for?
In Ronaldo's first season at Juventus,
I know Vegas.
news broke that Las Vegas police had reopened an investigation into an allegation by a woman called Catherine Mayorga, an American woman, who had alleged that Ronaldo had raped her in 2009.
Catherine Mayorga gave an interview in 2018 with the German magazine Der Spiegel about her own encounter with Ronaldo and the fact she had decided to go public in the wake of the Me Too allegations and the slightly changed environment around these kind of stories. Mayorga had reportedly reached an out-of-court settlement with Ronaldo in 2010.
So she reached a settlement. Why is she saying
There was a
it?
criminal investigation in 2018, but no proceedings were taken, as there was insufficient evidence to go any further.
Now his lawyers claim the sex was consensual. The settlement was in order to maintain confidentiality. Nah, I don't believe it's admission of guilt. It's just that there's no
Has
reason.
accepted the existence of the out-of-court settlement. He then put out a tweet that stated a complete denial of the allegations.
Yeah, I don't even take Cristiano as that type of person. I don't take Cristiano as that. A civil case for financial damages against Ronaldo filed. It's ongoing. It's still ongoing. I don't want to say much about any of that.
Na pandemia que eu cá veio aqui ao Nacional este relevado
Came to national practice.
e ia ver rapaz com 36 anos, 37 anos, a vontade com que ele treinava depois de já ter conquistado tudo o que nós já sabemos que ele conquistou-se e ainda treina como se fosse.
He's still training like he want to be the best.
Quer ser novamente melhor, maior.
Still out there training like he want to be the best, bro. Already done reached it and still training like he's not the best. That little kid right there.
Se ele sentia que a equipa não estava a corresponder, ele pegava e agarrava nos colegas e ia tudo atrás do Cristiano.
Anything we did, he always wanted to be the best, the first. That winning mindset. That winning mindset, bro. That's a good hit. Why do you have a cut on his cheek? Juventus Ronaldo, a little different too. Just didn't have a team around him, so they say.
Ronaldo.
Look at how hard he's training. What type of training is this? Change direction?
In modern day football, he's changed massively because he's probably been the top player that's really delved into sports science and prolonging his career.
Yeah, listen, I think he's part of a group of sports people of our generation who are playing well into their 30s at the top level.
Because he's looking into the science of it.
Williams,
LeBron.
Federer, Nadal,
LeBron!
Tom Brady.
Tommy!
And they make sacrifices that others don't. And they have that obsession that lives and breathes inside of them that is just...
They got that, they all got that, that it. Messi too.
Tínhamos ou outro atleta com uma ou outra criança que tinham essas qualidades em termos técnicos. Mas efetivamente eu acho que
I think Cristiano was a player that had a little star by his side.
A sua trajetória em termos de carreira tinha uma força interior muito grande.
He had great inner strength in the Moors. A numbers will to win.
The numbers that he's managed to put on the board are mind blowing. You know, to go past Pele, but to do it in European football, it's just incredible.
It's crazy. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions League, 1 Europa League, 3 Premier League, 2 La Liga, 2 Serie A. Done it all. Different countries. The world. Been the best player.
Trophies, his goal scoring record.
The records.
You have to say that he's at genius level as a footballer.
And he's coming back home. And he's back home now.
Greatest footballer that ever lived.
It's an argument for being the greatest footballer ever. It is.
When I speak to Cristiano even now, and you listen to him speak, and there's a little bit of anger in there even still that helps him get out on the pitch and produce the moments that he's still producing. You don't need it, but he will find something that swishes that switch, that lights that fire to go out again.
Well, tell me if y'all enjoyed, man. Cristiano's coming home. We didn't get a part of the video of him like anything, but I think this was made a little bit after. But that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know what y'all think. Did y'all enjoy? Do y'all want more videos like this? If y'all do, recommend that IG, that comment section. Go follow that TikTok. We learned a lot in this video, man. We learned a lot about Ronaldo's upbringing. His will to win. That's the biggest takeaway for me. The will to win, man. Don't forget the will to win. When it looks down and out, always keep going. Don't ever stop. You gotta have that will to win. You gotta have that special thing. That special sauce. Now McDonald's got a special Big Mac sauce. You gotta have that special sauce inside you to be great. Gotta have something like Ronaldo got. And have that will to win. Hate losing. If you lose, learn from it. Learn from it. Keep trying until you win. And when you win, look. My favorite quote. You learn more from losing than you ever will from a win. That's a fact. In a win, you can win in many ways. You can win because the person over there just wasn't playing as good. In a loss, you're going to really see what you was doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to play good and lose. There's going to be something a part of why you lost. You know what I'm saying? You can find that, look within of what you did to lose, fix that, and you learn from it. So don't quit. Keep going. Don't quit. Whatever it is. Life, sports, whatever you do, don't quit. That's what I learned from this. Ronaldo didn't quit, and look where it led him. Greatest footballer ever. Argument. He's in that argument. Seriously, he's in that argument. But thanks for watching, man. If you enjoy, subscribe. You astronauts, I love y'all. I am out.